Okay. Let me get myself together while I'm waiting for my YouTubers. Not excuse me, not my YouTubers, my Facebook guys to come on. Ooh. All right. Ooh. Let me see. I can't really see if anybody's on, but I don't care. Hey, Ashley. How are you? Whew. Hey, Miss Brenda. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. Let me bring my thing down. I actually want to stand up. Like I'm so hyped right now. So let me see if I can stand up and do this. Wait a minute. Hey, Miss Robin. How you doing today? Okay. Well, finally somebody got on TikTok. Thank you for for being here. I know it's Monday. I know y'all got things going on and things to do, but thank you again for tuning in on Mondays at 7 p.m. I appreciate it. Let me see. I might need to sit down, y'all. This thing's showing too hot. Hold on. I want y'all to see my roof, my ceiling. All right. So, look, I'm trying not to show y'all all the. Here we go. So I'm just gonna sit because it's basically telling me to sit down. So I'm gonna sit down. So that's what I'm gonna do. So as always, you can drop your questions. There is some of the same stuff going on, but I don't know if you guys saw, and if you follow me on Facebook, that's where I post most often. I'm not a big Instagram or anything like that, but let me tell y'all really quick what is changing. The IRS has put out a revenue procedure, and a revenue procedure is nothing more but instructions for individuals who file taxes. And I feel you guys should know about it as well. So this actually came out a little bit ago, but they did not make an issue about individuals who filed 1040 taxes. So if you guys got a PPP loan and you got PPP loan forgiveness and you have not filed your taxes yet, your tax preparers should ask. They should ask if you got the forgiveness, because the IRS now wants it to be listed as an attachment on your taxes. Okay. Hey, Shamika Moore, how you doing? So basically, after they do your taxes, they are supposed to put PPP loan forgiven. They got to put the date that it was forgiven. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you exactly what they want. They want your name, address, or social, or if you have an I-10, they want the statement that you either have applied and was forgiven. They want to know the dollar amount that your PPP loan was forgiven for. And if you applied for forgiveness and you haven't gotten it yet, they want you to put that date. They also, let's see, and then they want to know the amount. So if you got $20,832, that's what you need to put. That was forgiven. Okay. If you got partial forgiveness, some people are getting partial PPP loan forgiveness. If you got partial PPP loan forgiveness, you have to put that on there as well. All right. So I'm gonna tell y'all, the IRS being nice right now by having you volunteer the information. I'm just gonna say I would not be surprised if next year it is on a form and you have no other choice but to report it. Just like if you don't put in the system that you got the Obamacare, the marketplace insurance, it automatically knows, the system knows to automatically reject you. So we don't know what parameters or guidelines they're setting up in the background. It's just that they are, I knew eventually they were going to get to 1040, which is individuals. Right now, they used to, well, not right now. As of a couple of weeks ago, the only people that had to report it was individuals who had an S corporation or a partnership, but now it's for everybody. Okay. So do what you wish, do what you please, but it is for everybody. So even some of the people that I am doing now I got to ask, did you get it? And what's the amount? So if you don't know and you don't remember, you need to go into your SBA. The website is what is it? Direct forgiveness. I think it's like direct loan forgiveness. I'll get the website. That's where y'all need to go. Log into your account and find out your amount, so that you are not surprised, later. Plus, you need this information. Okay. If they asking for it, if they're asking you to volunteer the information now, they're gonna make you voluntold it next year. Okay. So just remember, I said it. It's probably gonna be on one of these forms next year. And yes, this is for taxes. If you have a 1040, which is what every individual files, the IRS has now put out a revenue procedure that they want us now, tax preparers, to follow. And that is to ask you guys, did you get a PPP loan? Did you get a forgiveness? I need the information. Your date of forgiveness, the partial amount of the forgiveness, if you haven't gotten the whole thing, your name, social, and your loan amount. I'm sure they want that too. Okay. So let me see what somebody asked already. Ms. Brenda says, I'm going to start. My daughter's baby daddy filed the child this year. Never, ever has he before. She, of course, got red flag. Fill out the 3949A. Haven't heard anything. Don't know who to contact. So Ms. Brenda, that's happening a lot. So I'm going to tell y'all something that a lot of people are doing, and people didn't know you could do this, but if y'all be watching the show, you'll already have known. Okay. So I know people who never claimed their kids ever. They didn't even get the stimulus for their children. But this year they decided, well, I'm going to file and get everything because all of the refundable. And when I say refundable, that means money that's coming back to you. So this year there was so much of it, the child tax credit, the stimulus if you didn't get it. So this individual got upwards of $20,000 because they never filed. Now, there was nothing illegal about the person filing unless those children really did not live with the person, right? But hey, I can't make them verify to me any more than what they showed. But I'll tell you this, the person that normally files the kids, when they file, they will get red flag, possibly because now the IRS is going to want to know who claims who normally. Now, we've always been giving you the money and the stimulus and the child tax credit advance payments, but you didn't claim them to get the rest of it. Somebody else claimed them and now got all this money. So I know people are getting frustrated because they feel like other people are getting over because they got the money and you got shorted. That doesn't mean that that's where it's going to stop. Okay. The IRS and none of the government agencies, they're not dumb. They do a lot of allowing you guys to hang your own self by your own greed. Okay. So they know people are lying. People are claiming kids they never claim. And it may not come back on them. It may come back on the person that always claims those children. So basically, you need to just be careful. Maybe not this year, but watch out for next year. I'm going to get to some questions in a minute. And another thing I've noticed with IRS, they are catching every single mistake. If there was a miscalculation, they're catching it. Okay. If you said that you didn't get that $1,400, but you really did, they're catching it. I haven't seen anybody yet. And I'm not saying there aren't some people who have slid by. Of course, there are always going to be a few. But I have had a lot of people contact me that have their tax refunds have changed. And I even had somebody got mad at me. And it's like, don't get mad at the tax preparer. The first thing you need to do is, if you notice your tax check does not match what you got on the paperwork, first thing is see how much you were charged. You should have found that out before you said for them to transmit your taxes, because you need to know what your take home is going to be. So if you know how much they charge and you know what your take home is going to be, the next thing you need to do is you should contact the IRS. Where's my refund? Okay, so you got your refund. It's not the right amount. Go to your IRS transcripts and view them. If you see code 971, then your taxes have been offset for some reason. Everybody who has come to me and is upset that their taxes are not what is doesn't match what it says on the paperwork, when they pull their tax transcripts, they have a code 971. Now, that there's no way for the tax preparer to know that. That's something that the government has done. You owe somebody somewhere, and they either took the money back, that or the $1,400 that you claim that you did not receive. Maybe you did, so they changed that. It's some reason, and more than likely, it's not necessarily your tax preparer. But even if you think it is, also, you will also see on your tax transcripts that they'll say that there was a letter issued. They don't make changes on your taxes without giving you a letter. Now, they will make changes before they tell you, but they will give you a letter letting you know what that change is. Now, I'm not saying don't call them, because you absolutely can, but a lot of people don't get through. So the best way to figure out is look up the code 971. That's bad. Look on there and see when they said the letter was sent to your house. And basically that letter is going to give you one of 5 options. You should know which one is not you. You either not married, or you don't have any kids, or your income is not between 75 and 100,000, or you did get your stimulus and you claimed it correctly. So if it's not, then it's the other one. Okay. So you're going to have to do you're going to have to do process of elimination to find out which of those 5 options pertain to your situation. Okay. So they are making changes on the spot. So people, please don't get mad if your tax check does not match your paperwork. That is going to happen. Okay. So let me see what questions I got real quick. Anybody that's watching me on TikTok, if you have not, please follow. I appreciate it. Same here on Facebook and YouTube. Follow me. I think I give good information, and I hope y'all like it. All right. So it says, yes, this is for taxes. Let me see. How long after you verify does it take to get a refund? It depends. I have some people get a refund in 10 days. I have some people who still have not gotten a refund because they have to verify their identity, or they check their tax transcripts and it still shows that it hasn't been processed. Honestly, the easier your taxes are to prepare, that's also the easier it is to process. Okay. So if you are just a person with a W-2 and that's it, you should have your refund, no problem. W-2, and maybe you went to school, that also is no problem. But when you start talking about Schedule C, and you got these expenses, you got these write-offs, you got children, you have and you married, and you have all these extra complications. They may not be complicated to you, but you don't know who it has to go to in the IRS. The same person in the IRS may not be the same person that's going through your whole tax return. You don't know. So the more complicated your taxes are, the longer it could take to process. That does not mean that's for everybody. Nothing I can say is going to be the same across the board, because this is the government we're talking about, and y'all know things change. Okay. Hell, 2 weeks ago, y'all didn't have to worry about reporting the PPP, but now you do. Okay. So they change all the time. All right. Somebody says, I'm glad I didn't do it. Yeah. So let me get to that before I get off this PPP. So y'all know I don't try to scare anybody. Not at all. It's scary enough as it is when you lied to begin with. So all I try to do is give you some ideas, or maybe some options, or some things that you can do to maybe relieve the stress and the pressure from yourself. Okay. Now I can tell you, I have read a lot of cases, and individuals who had the money to pay back did not go to jail. Okay. So let me just start off by that. Everyone, and I don't mean $20,000. I mean people who owed $600,000, $300,000. As long as they had the money, they avoided jail time. Because at the end of the day, them folks want their money. Okay. But a lot of people don't have money to pay back. So then what do you do next? Well, I said this a while back, and I'm still going to say it. If you know that you did not tell the truth, or somebody else lied on your behalf, however you want to slice and dice it. Okay. If you know the numbers that you put to get that PPP do not match what you really filed, maybe you should consider amending your taxes. Now, you don't have to do whatever you choose, but maybe you should consider amending them, because now you guys see, slowly but surely, the IRS is having you report. Now, remember, we didn't even have to talk about the PPP. Nobody had to report it last year. Then this year, only S corps and partnerships reported. Now this week, everybody reports it. So again, y'all do what makes you feel good, but please keep in mind that if it is put onto a form next year, y'all just gonna keep lying. But I don't want people to do that. So I think y'all need to, pray and go talk to whoever you talk to, but y'all need to think about it. So what's the worst that can happen if you go and amend your taxes? You're probably gonna owe some money to the IRS. I think you'd rather owe than go to jail. Okay. I think, and who's to say that you paying or amending your taxes will or won't keep you out of jail? It damn sure will help when you're in front of some people talking about, yeah, I lied because I needed some money. Okay. It's different when you take the initiative to say, look, I realized that something was wrong, something was awry, and now I'm trying to fix it. Okay. So like I said, if y'all want to talk one-on-one, you can hit me up for consultation. We can talk about it. Please, you can be very honest and transparent. I talk to a lot of people who tell me a lot of things. So all I'm doing is giving you my advice and my opinion. But you guys know I follow these trends, and I would not be surprised if next year it is mandatory on those forms that you have to report it. Okay. So let me see if we got any questions. IRS is, I'm not gonna say they're not anybody's friend. Their job is not to hurt anybody. It's not to audit anybody, but they do have a job. I will tell you, if the IRS had any enemy, it would be poor people. Okay. And I don't say that to be facetious, and I don't say that to be mean. The laws show that what I'm saying is correct. Who they favor shows that I'm telling the truth. They favor wealthy, the IRS law. Excuse me, let me plug this up for my phone die. Y'all know my stuff will die. But they treat you basically how you let them. And if you don't educate yourself and learn what you need or what you can do to lower your tax obligations, not just to get all this money back all the time, then unfortunately, you're going to be on the wrong side of right, and they're going to keep screwing you over because they do not do rich people the same way they do poor people. Hey, Shamika Moore again. Hey, excuse me. Hey, Miss Melvina. Tell your son I sent him a message back. Hey, Darnell. Hey, Kiana, I will reach out to you after tonight's show, okay? Miss Brenda says she received the child tax credit last year, all but 1 month. So good. So at least she got some money, but she was not able to claim the rest of them because he claimed the kids, unfortunately. So there's nothing that she can do right now, Miss Brenda, but wait to see what the IRS does. And just let me let y'all know, if y'all ever report to the IRS that somebody stole y'all information or they filed your kids and without you, the IRS is not going to give you any information on those children. They're just not. Whatever they do is going to be behind the scenes. And the only way you're going to find out if anybody's been investigated or anything like that is you're going to read about it, or they're going to have to tell you, because they really do keep it hush hush. They're very, very private with that social security number, and they don't really tell you much. So if you report stuff to them, they're going to investigate. They're just not going to let you know everything that they find because, well, it's not your business. Basically, that's what they're saying. Okay, so let me move on. Latricia says, what do I do if my employer never sent my W-2 and I filed using my last check stub? She never reported to the wages to IRS. Well, so that's crazy that she didn't do that. So first, thank you, Latricia, for asking that question. So I got a couple answers for that. If you want to file and you're missing a W-2, say you lost it, you can go in, you can log into the IRS transcripts, okay? Your employer should, unlike Latricia's employer, they should mail those W-3s to the IRS, and it will be loaded into a wage and earning transcript, and you will be able to pull your information offline, and you will be able to see how much you earned. And matter of fact, if you log on, if you guys never been there, I think you can go back now, I think until 2014, you can see everyone who's reported your wages, okay? Just in case y'all didn't know, it is there. So if you ever miss it, you can always get it from there, all right? Because I know a lot of y'all probably lose stuff, can't find it. Well, that's where you can find it. That's one thing. But Latricia, you said you went there, it's not there. She did not upload it. So if she did not upload it, there's so many answers I want to give you, but I'm like, man, we're talking on here, so I'm going to try to keep this as professional as possible. I'm going to tell you to try to reach out to her again, okay, to see if you can get an actual W-2. If not, ask her, can she do it in the 1099? Some people will say, forget it. If she didn't send the supporting documentation, it doesn't exist. I don't really want to say that because there is something that you really could do. But if you don't remember how much you made, how are you going to be able to tell the IRS to take taxes out? You know what I'm saying? So she makes it a little difficult for you. So I'm going to tell you, if you want my real answer, you send me a message on Facebook and I'm going to tell you, but I ain't going to say it here. Okay. So I just threw out them couple of options you have, but I will give you my real opinion offline. Okay. Hey, Chantel. All right. Miss Malvina says, they're trying to crack down the people who didn't really have a business and got money making their job easier. Absolutely. The IRS is, and this ain't just the IRS. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the IRS. We talk about the Department of Justice. We talk about the SBA. And everybody is around here acting like they didn't get it. And no, I'm not telling people they need to walk around and be scared, but I just don't understand how it's so many people that I ask them, did they amend their taxes? And they keep saying no. And I'm like, okay, Max, go. Goodness, my God. Oh my gosh. Go, Max, go. So it's so many people that just want to amend it like it just don't exist. So I have no comment. All I'll say is when you call me after the people call you, I'll make sure I use it as an example for somebody else. That's all I can say. Okay. But I think you do yourself a favor by amending those taxes. Color by Wilcox said, that's why I watch my transcript. That's right. You got to watch that transcript because they'll try to get stuff by on you. Okay. It says, Shamika, it's nothing but, hold on, y'all. Max, go away. Go. Let me bring it back. I'm sorry, y'all, okay? Because he know I'm not with all that. Max, you better go somewhere because next thing I'm throwing something. Okay, that's how I treat my kids, okay? Y'all treat y'all kids your way. I'm going to treat mine my way, all right? He lucky he not tied to the tree. Y'all, people who grew up in the hood, y'all know we don't be keeping dogs in the house like this. So he lucky to be in here right now. Okay. So he better act like it. Okay. Hey, Keisha, how you doing? It says Pink Shelly says Shamika is nothing but fact. She helped me and my hubby with the knowledge she spouts on here. Thank you very much, Miss Pink Shelly. I appreciate it. And we need to talk about that. Forget the homeowner assistance fund because I would like to know what's your experience with it. All right. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get to it because I got some other stuff. It says, don't take trips, etc. Pay your credit bills instead with the tax return. I agree. All right. So speaking of something said about credit. Now, y'all know I flip it real quick, but when y'all say stuff, it triggers me. So I got a call today. Somebody, and hey, Keisha, if I didn't say, hey, someone went on a trip this weekend and they were in a hotel. And this can be a hotel or this can be an Airbnb, okay? Because this is happening to anybody. But if you're away on a trip and you are robbed, okay, meaning your stuff is stolen, first thing I want y'all to know. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but for those that don't know, the reason why you need to have, y'all, I'm about to go there. The reason y'all need to have good credit is because you need to be able to have access to a credit card. Come here, Max. Come here. Hold on. This is what I'm going to do. Come here, because see you doing too much. Come on. Come here. Okay. Whew. This is how I keep him quiet, y'all. I'm just going to hold him in my lap. So you need access to a credit card. And the reason that you need access to a credit card is because a credit card gives you 100% protection in the event anything happens to you or whatever it is that you paid for. Okay. So for example, this person that got that hotel or that Airbnb, say you were not happy with where you stayed. You know what you do? You wait until the charge posts on your credit card. Then you call your credit card company and you could say any reason, really. I didn't like it. The room wasn't what it said. The advertisement was wrong. The room was dirty, bed bugs, whatever your reason is. You know what your credit card company says? Nothing. They give you your refund back. Okay. They give you your money back. Unlike if you do it with a debit card. If you call your bank, what are they going to tell you? It's going to take 14 days. We're going to do our investigation and we'll send you our decision in the mail. And you know why they do that? Because more than likely they're going to tell you no, and they don't want you to go off. All right. So if you're going to plan to go on trips, I know we outside. Okay. COVID about I don't know where it's at right now, but it don't seem like it's here no more. But everybody back outside. So since y'all outside and y'all taking trips, please do yourself a favor and get you a prepaid debit card if you're going to use a debit. And if you have a credit card, that would be preferred. And if you don't have a credit card, you can get a secured where you put your own money down so that you can have protection, because you do not have it when it is the bank. Okay. So this person got robbed. So what happens if this happens to you? Okay. So that was the whole point of me telling you. But if that happens to you, y'all know to call the police. Okay. You definitely know to call the police. You know to do all those things. But this person was not getting any help or any assistance. And so I had to remind people that just because you don't get any assistance at the hotel, everybody has a boss. So while we're sitting down here arguing with the people at the small level, I'm not going to do that. Okay. And that's what I want y'all to start thinking higher level. If everybody has somebody to report to. So if I can't talk to the manager on site, I need the general manager. If I can't do the general manager, I need the regional manager. If I can't do the regional manager, I need the area manager. And if I can't do the area manager, then I'm just calling corporate. So this is the type of thinking I want y'all to get in. But thanks to that person who mentioned for y'all to use your tax money to pay your credit cards off. But that made me think about what to do in the event y'all traveling, because people going places. Y'all got y'all tax money, y'all taking trips, y'all going to Vegas, y'all going to Miami, but y'all not thinking about y'all safety, and y'all not thinking about how people are stealing your information left and right. Okay, so let me move on. Hey, Noldy, how you doing? Brenda says, are they still processing SBA loans? Your information was turning on time. Yeah. So the SBA loan, you cannot apply for a first time under the EIDL. No. The only individuals that my message applied to when I was talking about the SBA are individuals who got contacted through email. So if the SBA sent you an email telling you that they still have money left, they are not lying. They are telling the truth. They want you to complete whatever you did not complete to either get you some more grant money, but I think the grant's over. As a matter of fact, the grant ended March. I think the last bit of the grant was like, I don't know, February 15th, March 15th. Must have been February 15th. It's not March 15th yet. And now they only have loan money, no grant money. So you are more than welcome to go and not reapply. Yeah, you can reapply. Excuse me. You can reapply and get you an increase. But y'all heard me say they're already making you report it on your PPP loan forgiveness on your taxes. Please do not go and apply for this increase if you lied the first time. Now, I hate to have to say stuff like that, but there are really people who don't think like that. And so I have to verbally say it out of my mouth. So if you did not tell the truth the first time, please do not think this is a lick. This is not a lick, okay? You're not going to be able to just go and put some numbers in and they're going to send you some money. It's not like that. And the reason I'm telling you not to apply if you don't have taxes is because as soon as they send you that application and you put some numbers in and you hit submit, you are committing a perjury. You lying. As soon as you say yes, and nobody reads the small fine print that says you got to have some taxes. So if you don't have taxes to back up, or you don't have a Schedule C or something to back up that you did file taxes, please do not waste your time trying to apply for the forgiveness. They're going to send that email to anybody who got it, whether you told the truth, not forgiveness, for the EIDL loan, whether you told the truth the first time or you lied. Okay? And if I wasn't clear, please let me know and I'll say it again. All right, the more you travel and write that off, the higher likely you'll be audited. Well, thank you for the information. So that's right, Schedule C's, travel, mileage. That's the number one thing that they audit. So when y'all are having your friends hook you up on your taxes and y'all saying that y'all are a babysitter, but you drove 40,000 miles, well, where are you driving at? Because you're a babysitter. You're supposed to be at home. Okay, so please, and y'all know I say this every week, I'm not encouraging anybody to lie, but I am encouraging y'all to keep y'all stories together, or at least be smart when y'all are doing this stuff, because you just telling them to come and catch you. Okay, so I was in class this weekend, and that's one of the things that we talked about is how people don't think about what it is that they put down, and then they wonder why they get audited. You can't just take because somebody did your taxes as gold. You need to look at your taxes and know. And if you don't understand, you need to be asking somebody, preferably your tax preparer. Okay. It says client only filed her child tax credit. Can she do an amendment? Does she have income? If she has other income, then yes, she should do an amendment. If somebody just filed for child tax credit only and they have no other income, then they're fine. But if she has other income, meaning she got unemployment, she worked, yes, she should, because IRS is going to want to know, well, why do we have these wage and earning statements saying you worked, but you saying you just getting your child tax credit? So no, you got to file it all together. And the person who did her taxes should have asked her, did she have any other income? It says, hey, my friend, is the PEBT still active? Not in Florida, it's not. The PEBT is active in all the other states, but DeSantis said no to Florida. So y'all not getting none of that here. So other states, yes, but not here, okay? Hey, Genteria, I know you're late, but thank you for being here. You here every Monday. I appreciate it, love, okay? Crystal Vasquez says, could you recommend some good resources to learn about reducing obligations and understanding the tax code? Absolutely. The first thing you need to worry about, the first thing to reduce your obligations for your taxes is y'all need to become a business or get a business. What does every rich person have other than money? They all have businesses. You know what else they have? They all have nonprofits. And you know why? Because those things in the tax code get looked at very favorably. And when I say favorably, that means the laws are lenient and lean in their favor, okay? You will not be rich. I'm sorry to say this, unless you win the lotto or unless somebody left you something, but you will not be rich working for someone else alone. Sorry, y'all. Look, I can just close my MacBook and leave now because I know I just dropped the mic. Okay, so I say that to say, even if y'all not trying to be rich, if you want to get favorable treatment by the IRS, then you too will need to create a business. Okay. Operate their business, hopefully, but to create a business. And if you want to learn about understanding the tax code, the IRS sends emails every single day, more stuff than you care to know about. But they send out emails every day. You can go right to the IRS website and sign up for their newsletter, and they send you everything that I'm telling you about. Now, you may not understand it, but hopefully you're inquisitive, you will click around, you'll start looking, you'll want to know what this is, what that is. And that's how you can learn. Now you could take classes if you choose, but let me tell you, they keep the revenue code a mystery for a reason. So you really have to be somebody that's into it to stick with it, because it changes all the time. All right, it's daily. It can change as much as it wants to. Okay, because they're gonna fit the situation, whatever situation that is, and not situations for poor people, situations for rich people and businesses. Okay. Now I want y'all to remember that next year there is no child tax credit like it is right now. We're going right back to the regular child tax credit, the $2,000, and the only portion of refundable is $1,400. So I say that to say that y'all know this year is the last year. These checks going to be high. So just like Ms. Vasquez asked about learning how to reduce your obligations, this is stuff you guys should be wanting to pay attention to. When you find single people who getting $10,000 with no kids, now some people are lying to get them that amount. But if the system calculated it to give them that much, then that means that those numbers, if they were telling the truth, would really get them that amount. So even when people lying on taxes, the numbers are real. The numbers are real because the numbers are based off of information you put in there. So as long as your information matches what they put, you will get that same return. So you don't have to have kids to get large refunds. You can be single, okay? But the name of the game is you need a business, and that's for everybody, kids or not, okay? Yes, Max wants to talk. He need to be quiet, okay? Every time I'm on live, he want to bark, but he over here in my lap now, so he happy. Woo. Okay. Yes, Max knows when somebody outside. That's why he's going. All right. So let me see what else I got. So we talked about that IRS and that PPP. And we talked about it was something else I'm gonna tell y'all. The homeowners, the Florida homeowners assistance. If you guys have already signed up, you should have already gotten an email with a 6-digit number that you're going to use sometime in the future. Okay. If you have not, then you need to go ahead on and get on this gravy train, because people trying to get their money paid. Now, I did talk to somebody that did get approved and they got more than $10,000. Okay. So, but that's not for Florida. That's another state, okay? Every state is doing it, almost every state. So if you are watching and you're not in Florida and you're a homeowner, they do have the homeowner assistance fund. It's open just about every place. I think Florida was like the last of the group to open up. So please go and see what your state is offering. Also, if you are a renter, okay, that's another way, Crystal Vasquez, if you want to know about reducing your tax obligations, it's called Get a Mortgage, because you can write off a whole lot of stuff when you own a house. Just thought I'd throw that out there too. But if you're a renter, please dial 211, okay? It is not only tax season for you guys, it's raining money in all the county and local governments, because now the state governments are sending out that money they got from the federal government. So now you're going to see, and I said this last week, you're going to see free schooling. You're going to see they're going to be having grants to send people to school. They're going to be paying rent all of a sudden. You might start seeing Section 8 programs opening up. Not food stamps in Florida, but all the other things are going to be opening up. Home buyer assistance programs are on fire, especially if you're in Florida. They're opening up one in almost every county. Okay. So, if you guys want to buy, this is the time, because now they got the money to give you down payment assistance. So they have stuff. So please don't trot around and wait until after the summer, because y'all trying to take all these trips. Okay. And I'm nothing against trips, but we got to prioritize. If you want that house, let's focus on that credit and let's get the house. All right. Let's do that. And I'm going to use one more example from today. And y'all know I always got examples from my customers. So I had somebody call me today. So y'all know I do credit consultations. It's $20 if you want to talk about where your credit at. Even if you have my number and you text me, okay? And this might be for the person that might be watching. If you and I have done business and we are done, and now you want new advice, that's a new $20, okay? All right, we're not gonna text me for the free all the time, okay? So I don't know if you watching, sir, but I done text you. It's time for a new consultation. We done did what we did. We reached our first milestone. You got to pay for the second one, okay? So I had someone call today. She's living in a home that has a reverse mortgage. And if you do not know what a reverse mortgage is, let me explain. This is mostly for older people, okay? So say grandma and granddaddy, they done paid off their house, but now grandma's Social Security check is not enough money for her to live off of. Now she needs more money. What does she do? She goes to the bank and say, hey, here goes the deed to my house. Can you give me a loan on my own home? And what they're going to do is they're going to say, this house worth $100,000. Grandma is 70. According to our calculations, she got high blood pressure. She African American. Okay, she got diabetes. She may have diabetes, high blood pressure. She's probably gonna live for another 10, 15 years. And then what they do for that house that's worth $100,000, they're gonna say, you know what? We're gonna give you $40,000. And they're not gonna give it to her in one lump payment. They're going to give it to her in monthly payments. Basically, they are giving you money, waiting for you to die so that they can take your house. Say what you want, but that's exactly what a reverse mortgage is. Okay. Now, the person has passed. She's still living in the house. A lot of times family members will still live in the house because they don't kick you out right away. The bank told her they'll give her a year to get her credit together so she can take over the house. Now, most reverse mortgages, okay, first, if you get to reverse mortgage, I will hope that you can find something else to do, because it doesn't work. It's not beneficial unless when your grandparent or whoever that is that dies, if they don't want the house and nobody else in the family wants the house, then fine, they did good. But if you want to take over the house after that and you're a relative, the bank doesn't like to give the houses to relatives, because the relatives want to pay the same amount that grandma financed. So grandma only got $40,000. That's what the family thinks they got to pay. Well, no. Remember, the house is worth $100,000. So the bank wants somebody to come off the street to say, I'll buy that house for $100,000 and not give it to you guys for the $40,000. So I hope y'all understand where I'm going with a reverse mortgage. Okay. Now we looked at her credit, and it's not going to be finished in a year. It is a lot of stuff going on. Okay. Now, this is not anything about this person. I said all that to tell y'all that Look, she has 12 months in advance to get ready, and her credit still won't be ready. So if you are thinking about buying a house, you want a car, you trying to refinance your car note, you trying to refinance your mortgage, y'all need to pull your credit and stop wasting time and take a look at it now, because you don't know when you're gonna need it. She didn't know she was gonna end up needing her credit to buy a house, because if she doesn't, she's gonna be kicked out. And then y'all see how high rental rates are. Where's she gonna go? So her best bet in her mind is, man, let me fix this credit real quick. But there is no real quick when your credit looks the way that this one looked. Okay. So please, if y'all have the time, and I don't care if you don't go to me, you would be remiss if you didn't, because I'm good. And I tell you the truth. If it's garbage, it's trash, and we need to do bankruptcy, or if you need to pay some people to get some stuff off, I'm gonna tell you that, because we're not gonna be wasting time, because we have things we want to buy. Just like this lady, she wants to buy a house, and unfortunately, unless she gets a wad of money, she's not gonna be able to buy that house in a year. She's gonna have to move, and that's the kind of stuff I don't want to have to tell anybody, and I don't want people to have to experience. When you can jump on these things ahead of time. I know I make light and make jokes about stuff, but I do it because I don't want people to feel bad about making mistakes, because we all make them. Everybody's credit done went to crap before. Okay. We've been there. What we need to do now is worry about how we're going to get out of it. Okay. That's being proactive. We're not waiting until we got the 1 year to get it together. We need it now. All right. Miss Melvina said, what about the free 400? What free 400? Nothing is ever free. And please let me know about the free $400, because I don't know anything about that. It says, I can't find it, Shamika. I went to the site, but can't find. Yeah. I don't know what free $400 you talking about. It says, who is offering first-time home ownership down payment and closing costs? Down payment and closing costs. That is going to be your SHIP programs. That's going to be your community housing initiatives. That's going to be NACA, NACA. I went on their website too. I signed up. I got a house. I just signed up for a class just to see if the computer was really working. They got house buying classes, y'all. They got money to put down. You got to come to the table with the credit, and you got to come to the table with a low debt to income ratio, and you have to come to the table with you got to have some money. You don't got to have $0, but you are going to have to pay for inspections. So to think that you can just walk in with no money is foolish. Okay. I mean, at least keep $2,500 so you can pay these people to come in and inspect your house. If not, you might move into a house with termites and all kind of stuff, and then you're gonna be mad, and you may need to pay for a survey. So those things cost a little bit of money. Okay. Jackie, you say you've been trying to get to me for the longest. Well, please send me an email. I'm on all the social media platforms at Shamika Saves. I am not too hard to find. I promise. If TikTok will keep me on and stop kicking me off, we'll be fine. Hey, Shantavius. All right, it says new Magna PI was lying about reverse mortgage. Of course, reverse mortgages are horrible, and they never are your friend, especially the people who are poor. See, somebody said they did NACA and it's good. See, now I like the NACA program because NACA wants to keep you, and I think it's called Neighborhood Association, Neighborhood something, NACA. Okay, just go to NACA. And they are doing classes virtually. So if y'all want y'all first time home buyer class, you do not have to go sit in anybody's classroom. You could do it right from your couch in your drawers. Okay. Get your training because y'all need to be educated. Also, some of that money that's coming from these homeowner assistance programs are going to pay to help some of you guys keep your homes if you're having problems, and also give you education on it. They're not trying to give you money. They basically want to give you education. Okay. But if they're going to give you free education to help you learn how to budget and manage your money or whatever so that you can keep your home, take it. Y'all know me. I say go after everything. If they're offering something free, take it. Classes, books, paper, pen, I don't care. You giving it to me, I'm taking it. All right. Who was y'all? Okay, so I answered that. All right, so let me see what time it is. It's 7:47, so I got like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Y'all go ahead on the shoot. Ask whatever you want to ask before I go. It says, for the money you are saving in down payment and closing costs, is worth it. I agree. So exactly, NACA, they basically help you out with so much money. And the only thing I want my customers to worry about when they move into a house is, where am I going to get my furniture from? Rooms to Go, Ashley, Haverty's, Babcock. That's what I want y'all to be worried about. Not who's going to pay for my down payment, who's going to do my closing costs. Because if it's up to me, I'm having the seller do the closing costs. Not right now, though, because the market is really good for for people who are selling their, their house. They can ask for what they like, and the buyer is horrible because y'all competing so much. So if you selling, great. But if you don't have nowhere else to go, do not sell, okay? Because I know people who looking like, oh man, I can sell my house and I can get $100,000 and keep in my pocket. But where are you gonna live? You can't buy no house for $100,000. So please don't jump out the window because somebody calling you and asking you for a whole lot of money for your house. All right. So y'all need to sit there and think about it. Pray on it. Okay. It says, first you said something about consumer services, and I'm also talking about the homeowner's money. See, Miss Malvina, you finna make me go look through my stuff. So y'all ask me the questions. Let me look through my Facebook real quick. Miss Malvina making me do all this homework live. All right, PPP, I talked about the SBA. Let's see. No, okay, we did Volusia County doing their Section 8. And oh, you know what? I did put some stuff on my story. And I don't have anything new to put on my story tonight, but I do want to tell y'all. Let me see if I can get my picture up real quick. So, and maybe y'all don't know this, but there are a lot of people who are getting into these nonprofits, and I think that is so good that y'all get into these nonprofits. I want y'all to have them. Nonprofits are good, especially if you realize notice how to use them to your advantage, okay? But please, if you have a nonprofit, make sure you are not soliciting funds. You cannot ask people for money if you do not have approval from your state. You have to be approved to solicit. Okay. Now, and the reason I said that is because I hate to see veterans get into some stuff, and someone who owns a veteran nonprofit. Now, everybody a little sweet on veterans. I'm a veteran. Okay. Y'all know y'all sweet on us. Okay. People donating money when they see veterans, they think, okay, I'm going to donate. But this person didn't even have approval to donate. So do not do it if you do not have permission. Okay. Osceola County is doing a new home buyers class. So y'all make sure y'all pay attention to that. I'm about to answer. I see somebody wrote a question up here. I'm about to get to you in a minute. Let me just double check. And let me add that at my office, if you guys are in Melbourne, okay, or if you can drive, if you choose, we do fingerprinting, okay? So a lot of y'all been asking me that. Yes, we do fingerprinting because, well, the sheriff's department don't do fingerprinting. That's at least what I heard. So we do live scan fingerprinting. We do I-10s, okay? So if you know somebody who needs to file to get a Social Security, they need to file taxes so they can get a Social Security number. We provide that in the office. I also mentioned that if you are a tax preparer, that should be something you may think about adding it to your business, okay? A lot of people don't know that that is something that you can do. So you could be a non-English speaking. All you need to be is a resident alien or a alien or resident alien, I believe. Because I don't want to be talking. I got my little book right here. I don't want to be saying stuff and then be wrong because y'all know I can talk fast. So, but I know resident alien is one of them. You can be one of those. And if you have money to report to the IRS, you can come get an I-10, which is nothing but a Social Security number. Or if you're married to someone that's alien and you want to get your standard deduction for married filing joint, then you also need to come and file with that person. So we do that in the office. Also, if you want your taxes done, we do taxes in all states, not just the state I live in. I do have a link that I use. You can inbox me, contact me, and I'll send you that link. Somebody asked me, do I know anything about Community Land Trust Program? A little bit, but that's a new program that they just put out, and that is not going to be a program. I don't know if you're trying to apply for that or if your business is trying to apply for that. That's something we will have to talk offline, Miss Liz, but yeah, the DEO just put that out. Okay. All right, let me go over here. So let me get to y'all questions so I don't miss anything. Thank you for all your knowledge. You're welcome. Thank you, Toledo. It's Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. Okay, that is NACA. All right. So y'all definitely need to go there. I definitely push them all the time. If you guys want to buy a house, I haven't found anybody that's quicker than them in their 90-day program. All right. William says, I have a few recently discharged Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Where can I obtain a decent loan? You said I have a few. Why do you have a few recently? Do you mean, maybe you didn't mean that. It's going to be difficult to obtain a loan right away because the bankruptcy was just recently discharged. I would tell you, in my own personal opinion, if you have a bankruptcy and it's reported on your credit, I will use a little bit of energy to focus on removing it and then look at getting a loan. It's not as difficult as it seems. If you just got discharged, that means that it has at least been on your credit for a few years. Maybe you've moved. Maybe you got a new address. So if you do, there's a couple things that you can do so you can get that to slide off of your credit so that you can apply. I can tell you one thing, and going to a bank and applying for a loan with one bankruptcy reporting versus all three of them reporting helps and could help you secure a loan. And also it matters who your bank is. If you got Navy Federal, they probably very understanding. If you got run-of-the-mill Wells Fargo, Bank of America, they don't care. And they're going to say no. Okay. So if you want to find out one-on-one, we could talk. There goes that info right up there. Hit me up and let's talk about it. What you miss about NACA? NACA is just a homeowner. They do first-time homeowners program. So if you're interested, NACA, you can't get that wrong. NACA, okay? Go on and contact them and get you a home. I live in Miami. Where do I go for the home buyer classes? NACA, you can do them right on. I told you, sit right on the couch in your drawers. You don't got to go nowhere. They are now doing them virtual, okay? So you don't have to go anywhere. Ooh, it says we just got qualified. Woo, woo, go. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all go sign up on their website tonight, you'll see they'll have you in class by next weekend. Okay, what bank do you recommend to open a business account? Golly, I'm just gonna say based on my own experience. Of course, I like Navy Federal for everything, but if you don't have access to Navy Federal, then I would say maybe don't go there. SunTrust, or shall I say Truist, they're not a bad bank. Okay, I thought they were pretty good until I had a little bit of issue with them, but it was not anything that was any of the bankers or anything like that. So I would say Truist Bank would probably be. I mean, Wells Fargo gonna get you in and out of there, but you know, Wells Fargo, they done some stuff that made me look at them with the side eye. So I'm going to go with Truist Bank as for my number one option for a business bank account. All right. It says, where can I obtain a loan while on disability? Well, it depends on what type of loan you got. I mean, if you need a car loan, not a car loan. If you need a loan and you have a car, you can go to One Main. You can collateralize your car to get a loan. I don't recommend that if you don't have the money to pay for it. Because once you collateralize that car, basically you're giving them the title. If you don't have good credit to get a loan on your own merit, then unfortunately they want you to start pawning stuff, and collateralizing your car is like pawning it. If not, then, and you can wait, fix your credit and then get one. I hate to see people get a loan on top of bad credit because the interest rate is going to be too high. You're never going to get out of it. You think you are, but you never are. And then you back to me and we file in bankruptcy. So, you know, we can look at your situation. Believe me, not every question I can answer on live because everything depends on your specific situation, what you need it for, what state you live in. There's a place in Florida, they don't have it anymore, but you can go to a website called LendUp, LENDUP. LendUp does give you a quick $250 up to $500 if you need, but they're not in Florida anymore. They used to be. And you didn't even need to upload like any support and documentation, but that could be different now. So again, it depends on your situation. Okay, it says that you don't have access to Navy Federal. Then I would go to Truist Bank. I would go to Truist. That's what I would tell you to go. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm freezing, y'all. I apologize. All right, so let me see the time. All right, so we got 4 minutes, so I'm gonna write it down. PPP, that information is now, it's not required. It is a procedure. So the IRS would like for your tax preparer to start asking you that information. So if you get asked about your PPP loan forgiveness, please don't be shocked and don't be offended. They are asking because that is probably what they were told to start doing. Taxes are still rolling out. Okay. People are still being delayed. Taxes are still being changed. If yours is changed, make sure you wait until you get the letter that will tell you why. If you get the letter and don't understand why, do the process of elimination on the 5 options that they give you. Only one applies to your situation. You can still call them if you choose. Let me see. Use credit cards instead of debit cards. Okay. That is the name of the game. We want to get that credit cleaned up enough so we can get credit cards so we can start getting 100% fraud protection, because the bank, your debit card don't do that. They don't tell you that, but debit cards are nobody, and I know I keep saying rich, and I say that because everybody wants to be rich, right? Or most of us do. Rich people don't use debit cards. They only use credit cards. And that's why 100% fraud protection. Your debit card, keep that to the side, okay? They always use credit cards. Keep that in mind. Let me see. Did y'all ask anything? South Carolina EBT, you guys still should have EBT. Florida is the only one that does not have PEBT. Do you help with the paperwork for NACA? Already did the class? Absolutely. If you need help, yes, but they do assign you a case manager. So I don't want to take anybody's job away, but if you can't figure it out, I have no problem. I do a whole lot of stuff in my office. Yes, but you are assigned a case manager. All right. Let me think. I just try to throw out everything. Oh, we do divorces in my office. So if you married and if you were to die or become incapacitated and you don't trust the person to make the right decision with your body, then you need to get a divorce. Okay. So I definitely say that because I cannot believe how many people I know that are still married and then they haven't been married for they haven't been together forever. And it's like, well, what happens if you die? You trust this person? They got a whole new family. They're not thinking about you. So if that's you, you don't have to tell me none of your business. Just come on, let's do this paperwork and we can move on, okay? We can, and all it is paper and software. Don't even matter what state you're in. I'll just fill it out and you send it to you and you go and get it notarized and take it to the courthouse, okay? So I know I done dropped a whole lot of stuff on y'all. So I'm gonna check to see if y'all got anything else. Y'all don't. Thank you again for being here with me on this Monday night. Y'all know I do this every Monday. I told y'all I was going to announce what I was going to be doing with my call-in show, but I think I'm going to use my call-in show to be a podcast versus being live because there are so many things I want to say, but I can't say it here because it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I am going to, and I'm not going to put it out yet. I'm still working out the details, but I will have that podcast and y'all be able to call and we could talk live on the air, and then y'all can ask me the real deal, and then I'll give you my real answers. Now, because I try not to sugarcoat too much, but we are live, and you never know who's watching. So join y'all y'all will join me on the podcast when I put that info up. All right, so if y'all don't have anything else, it is 8:00. Thank you again for being here. God bless y'all. I will see you next Monday. If you have any topics, any questions, anything that I did not cover or did not meet, you can do a consultation. You can send me a question or call the office. Y'all do it anyway. And I will talk to y'all then. All right. Bye-bye. Have a good one.